This is Emmanuel Cathedral, our local church where Heather and I worship most Sundays when we're not out in the community preaching. But it's a very friendly church, though it's a very big building. It's a very friendly community and we love worshipping here. It's rather an amazing building because it was all built with local contributions. There were almost no help from outside, and that makes it an even more beautiful place of worship, I think. Come on in and let's see the inside of the cathedral. Though it's a weekday, so the seats have all been piled up and there's not much happening, but at least come and see the inside. This quad or ATV is our main mode of transport at the moment, and it really does help us a lot. It never seems to get stuck and it's a good faithful vehicle. We've had it for many years now. So this is our small home which we rent from a very nice neighbour, the widow of a previous Archbishop of Uganda. We love it and we seem to have many visitors here who also enjoy it.
So this home we use solar electricity most of the time, but we're dreaming for the mains electric to come in the next few weeks. The man was here this morning to measure the wires. The poles are just, we can see in the main road outside. So in 2 weeks we hope to have a fan to take away from the heat at the moment. Our temperatures are up over 30 degrees most days, and it's so hot and sweaty inside. Not like your temperatures in the UK at the moment, which is almost minus.
So come on in and see how our home is. This is our office here, where we have all sorts of things, but of course you can see evidence of my passion about trees. That's a slice of tree from South Sudan actually, but we have many artifacts of trees, and I do a lot of teaching and training about trees. In fact, if I can show you this is the seed of mahogany ready for planting in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be planting a lot of mahogany trees this year. But mostly, let us show you the other parts of the home.
The sitting room is a place where we enjoy receiving many visitors. We enjoy receiving visitors from Europe, America, but most importantly, we enjoy our Ugandan friends when they come to share tea and biscuits or brown nuts. We're always here, we have to have tea with an escort. We just don't serve a cup of tea by itself.
We sometimes have friends from South Sudan as well, because we lived in South Sudan for many years. Sometimes they will visit us, and with the sad situation of South Sudan, it's been a privilege to host some friends who found themselves in Uganda.
We cannot drink water out of the tap like what you would do in UK, but here we boil and filter all our water.
Nice to see you. And Joyce, I've been here for 18 years, so I'm the one looking after the house here. So I'm ready here to make my plate.
This is where most of our meals are made, and we enjoy making cups of tea for people. So the kettle is always on the boil, and then it's easy then to just lift down our teapot and get our tea bags from here. At the moment we like peppermint tea, and or if you want black tea, you can have the Lady Grey. So we just pop a tea bag in here, and I think we'll soon be ready for a cup of tea.
Another tea we enjoy is lemongrass tea. Though the grass is quite dry at this time of year, we still use it, and it makes a very nice flavoured tea which we can grow ourselves. And of course in the rainy season we grow our own mint. This time of year it's difficult to keep anything alive. Water is really a big issue at the moment. One of the big challenges, which I'll talk about a little bit later, is that it's such a strong dry season this year. The water is really quite short. So we haven't been able to keep much of a garden going through the dry season this year. We're waiting for the rains to bring everything back to life. These are our homegrown eggs. You'll see the chickens in a moment in the garden. We enjoy fresh eggs. And if you'd like to come through here with the mosquito mesh, which keeps out some of the flies and mosquitoes.
And the chickens.
Though the garden is very dry, I think you will still see it has the remnants of a beautiful garden. And it will become beautiful again when the rain comes. It'll also be nice for you to meet Kizito out here, who's the one who looks after the garden and keeps it nice.
But for these people, and well, they are even sometimes helpful to me. And I really love them. And this here is the type of the work I'm doing. That's why I'm still going on with it. And I think after here probably I'll be going to vanish them.
This is where we enjoy many times of fellowship. It is lovely to come out in the morning and to watch the sun rising right down over the garden, or to sit for the cup of tea in the afternoon.
We certainly can't be very proud of things as they are at the moment, but in the dry season an awful lot of what we grow just has to dry up. We don't have enough water to keep everything alive. But what we can, we keep alive under here, under the shade, where we need less water, and we keep plants in pots. There's even some Artemisia growing here, and other plants which we want to keep through the dry season so that they're ready for the rains. And of course, a Brit abroad has to have some games. Look at the croquet on the lawn. We don't often play it, but it's sometimes fun when we have visitors who would enjoy. Who has proper mahogany balls for playing croquet? This is our guest house. Capernaum, where Jesus was often a guest. We hope that he will be comfortable and our visitors will be comfortable here.
They can sit and write their journal, have their own water supply, read books if they come here to relax. If they want to sleep and relax, there's 2 beds and a small bedroom, and it's the coolest place in our whole house because it's underneath the mango tree.
These are some of our natural medicines which have died back now, but they will come to life again with the rain. Of course, I cannot live anywhere without natural medicines around me, and some visitors don't have time to go to the farm and they just want to see some things here. So we have some of these things at our home. In fact, right at the moment there's a young man who's visiting Arua, and he has ringworm, so we're treating him with some of this next plant. This one here, very good for treating ringworm. So we're using the leaves of this to help treat him. This is Artemisia, which is used as a treatment for malaria. And of course in the dry season it really struggles. So we're using old bottles to take the water direct to the roots. This is lemongrass, which we use a lot for tea. And of course it's a very healthy tea as well as a very tasty tea. And it's nice to pick leaves from your own garden to make your own tea.
One of the things that we enjoy is seeing the wildlife come to our garden. When we finish the building of the house, we use the old basin which we had for cement to make a bird bath. And in the evening and at lunchtime we can sit and enjoy the birds having a bath. Even at this time of the year they have taken most of the water out. We fill it in the morning and by noontime the water is nearly all gone.
When we first came it was just the one part, and then we built on the kitchen and the bathroom, and then we built on stores, and then we built on the guest house as things were needed. It has grown. And maybe we can show you the bathroom just because it might be interesting to people, very different from what they would be used to. Oh, this is the bathroom. All very do-it-yourself. We couldn't get much plumbing material in the years when we put the bathroom in. So this is a bit of garden hose with a small rose on it. So that is our shower. And we had a friend who was an artist who did these beautiful designs on the wall. This is our sign of hope. This is a box for the electricity meter, so we hope one day it will be connected to the mains power. We've waited a long time and we are still waiting. Last week this was full of leaves drying because we use this dryer to dry things in the dry season. We had moringa drying, which we then give to people or sell to people. And we use it for the chickens as well. But moringa is of course very nutritious, and we really try to encourage that in the community. And we sometimes have, just for fun, we have a barbecue, and this barbecue made from an old Land Rover wheel, and it really can provide a nice meal.
One of the jobs that most women don't enjoy doing in UK is doing the ironing. But when you come to Uganda, you suddenly realise how convenient the electric iron is. What Joyce has to do is to heat up the charcoal, let it warm, and then start the ironing. And she does an amazing job. So when I come back to UK, I'm usually very spoilt with having nobody to do my ironing. So this is our lovely Lookborough family here that helps us in our home. Joyce has been with us now 18 years, and we have seen her children, Mercy in particular, grow from just a little baby right up to she's now 18 and has done her A-levels. So we're waiting for the results to come out any of these days soon. She's got 2 other sons which we have seen as babies and held them just after they were born.
And we wouldn't be here without Kizito as well. He is a very good friend to us and such a help to us. He's been with us for I think 5 or 6 years and has become really a friend of ours. And we share meals together each day and work together as well.
Mega malavini kisara menjoy vini ate pier vini sa adresse angira mamba malavini yepini abadi fo Mungu nikijia mavorose ani ale kisaru
ama ai kasudi mineke musa mabudasi dote aya mani dikata mani ama za kopi akudo magari adama adibina ikosi megase ani hale tibini bamri disidreru yesu.
You asked us about some of our encouragements and some of our challenges at the moment. Well, I think one of the things that I am so encouraged by is the good work of so many people around us. We work with a good team down at the farm, and they're really holding the work together. Though I've been very busy out and about, they keep the work going well. And that's been a real encouragement to me, to see them maturing and developing in the work.
For me, one of my great encouragements is seeing the development of the health centres. When we came here 8 years ago, the health centre was really struggling. They didn't have enough equipment, the staff had very little morale. Over this last 8 years, with help from donors and friends, we've been able to get more equipment for the health centre. We've been able to get the staff a better pay, and now they're enjoying their job and the numbers are coming up. There's more women having their babies at the health centre. One of our best performing health centres in the whole district is now having nearly 50 deliveries a month, which for me as a midwife is a great encouragement to see mothers being healthy and healthy newborns.
Another encouragement I've seen is a lot more interest this year in tree planting, in taking up some of the things we've talked about for many years. We've talked about moringa for many years, and a lot more people are interested in growing moringa. And a lot of people are asking about how can we improve our environment. So there's been a challenge, I suppose, in that our work is being stretched, but that's also an encouragement, isn't it? To see that people are responding to what we've talked about for some years, and all of a sudden this year there seems to be great interest in taking our ideas further.
Another